The office fell silent as the sound of a phone hitting the desk echoed through the air. "You're useless, Noah," shouted his manager, Rebecca, her voice sharp enough to make even the interns flinch. She stood in front of him, her heels clicking against the marble floor with authority, eyes cold, lips twisted in disdain. Noah didn't respond. He simply looked down, his hands trembling slightly as he tried to explain the mistake in the report. "I told you to double-check everything," she barked. Around them, the entire office watched in uncomfortable silence. A few coworkers exchanged glances, some whispering nervously, others pretending to type. Rebecca folded her arms, her voice dripping with arrogance. "Do you even know how lucky you are to work here? People like you should be grateful we even hired you." Noah's throat tightened. He took a deep breath, but said nothing. The humiliation burned deep, but his stormy eyes stayed calm, focused. What she didn't know was that in just a few minutes, everything she thought she controlled would crumble. Noah Bennett wasn't just another employee trying to keep a job. He had spent years building a name in a different world, a world Rebecca had no idea existed. Before working here, he ran a successful startup that was acquired by a major tech firm. The sale had made him wealthy. But after a personal tragedy, his father's passing, he decided to take a break from the chaos and work quietly under a different name. He didn't care about power or titles anymore. He just wanted peace. But in this company, peace was impossible. Rebecca Clark, his manager, was known for her cruelty. She ruled the department through intimidation, belittling employees in meetings, taking credit for their ideas and punishing anyone who dared to outshine her. She smiled at executives and snarled at assistants. Everyone feared her, except Noah. He stayed silent, professional, patient. But that patience was about to end. The office environment was a battlefield: sterile desks, fake smiles, the faint buzz of fluorescent lights, and tension so thick you could feel it. Employees whispered about how Rebecca once made an intern cry during a meeting. "Don't get on her bad side," they warned Noah when he joined. But fate had other plans. That morning, during a client presentation, Rebecca publicly blamed Noah for a system glitch he had warned her about days earlier. "This is your fault," she snapped, slamming her hand on the table. The clients looked uncomfortable. Noah tried to speak, but she cut him off. "Save your excuses. Maybe you're just not cut out for corporate life." Laughter rippled from a few sycophants in the room. Noah clenched his jaw. He could have exposed the truth right there, that she ignored his warnings, that the failure was hers, but he didn't. He waited. Later that afternoon, when Rebecca mocked him again in front of everyone, something shifted. Noah stood there quietly, then reached into his pocket and pulled out his phone. He dialed a number. "Noah, what are you doing?" one coworker whispered. He smiled faintly. "Finishing something I should have done weeks ago," Rebecca scoffed. "Oh, please. Who are you calling? Your mommy?" The office chuckled nervously. Noah didn't answer her. Instead, he simply said into the phone, "Yeah, it's time. Let them know I'm ready." The moment he hung up, the glass doors to the office opened. The CEO himself walked in, followed by the regional director and a team of executives. Everyone froze. Rebecca straightened immediately, plastering on her fake smile. "Mr. Hayes." What a surprise. The CEO's eyes, however, weren't on her. They were on Noah. "Mr. Bennett," he said warmly. "Glad you finally decided to join us officially." Rebecca blinked. "Join us, officially." Noah turned to her calmly. "You didn't really think I was just an analyst, did you?" Confusion spread like wildfire across the office. The CEO continued, "For those who don't know, Noah Bennett is the new majority shareholder of this company. The acquisition papers were finalized this morning." Gasps filled the air. Rebecca's face went pale. "WH what?" she stammered. "No, Mr. Bennetou never said. You never asked," he replied evenly. "You were too busy reminding me how powerless I was." The room was dead silent. Even the hum of computers seemed to fade. Rebecca's confident posture crumbled. I didn't mean," Noah cut her off, his tone steady but firm. "Rebecca, I value passion in leadership. But cruelty? I don't tolerate that." He looked to the CEO. I think we need new management here. The CEO nodded without hesitation. Effective immediately. The sound of Rebecca's heels clicking away as she left in humiliation was the only noise for a long moment. Then Noah turned to the team. No one here should ever be afraid to speak, or to make a mistake. We rise together, or not at all. Relief filled the faces around him. The tension that had haunted the office for months lifted like a shadow finally burned away by light. Weeks later, the department thrived under Noah's leadership. He implemented fair policies, open communication, and empathy. People started enjoying work again. And one afternoon, a young intern nervously approached him. "Sir, I was scared I messed up a report." Noah smiled kindly. "Everyone messes up. What matters is you've tried." She smiled, relieved. As he watched her walk away, Noah thought about that day. The day Rebecca thought he was powerless. He looked out the window, sunlight pouring in, and whispered softly, "Power isn't about control. It's about kindness." And that one phone call didn't just turn the office upside down. It turned fear into hope and silence into strength.